Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Power of Chaos, Joey the Passion. As I always say, I appreciate you being here for the journey, and it has been a journey. So let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right into a match duel, and we'll see exactly what Mr. Wheeler has in store for us today. Okay, Gemini Elf. This could be the Slate Warrior Fairy Box Beatdown deck, which is probably his second strongest deck, or it could be the Toon World deck. I would prefer the Toon World deck, it's a lot easier, but he did also play 2 cards face down, makes me think it's Fairy Box. But Gemini Elf is a 4-star monster with 1900 attack, 900 defense. It's the highest attacking monster you can have in this game that does not come with, that is a non-tributed monster that does not come with a negative effect. So what do we have? We have the Big Shield Gardener. It's a 4-star monster with 100 attack, 2600 defense with an effect of when this card is face down and targeted by a spell card whose effect targets only one monster. The spell card is gated and the card is turned face up. Defense position. When this card is attacked, it is shifted to attack position following the damage step. So 2600 defense monster, very, very high, but that secondary effect is bad as it basically goes right into attack position after this when only 100 attack. We got the Mask of Brutality, which is a magic card. A monster equipped with this card increases attack by 1,000 points and decreases defense by 1,000 points. Pay 1,000 life points during issue standby phase. Do not, this card is destroyed. The Island Turtle, which is a 4-star monster with 1,100 attack, 2,000 defense. Zombra the Dark, 4-star monster, 2,100 attack, 500 defense. So, non-tributed monster over 1,900 attack. Gonna come with that negative effect. This card cannot attack the player directly. Each time this card destroys a monster battle, decrease the attack of this card by 200 points. The Rock Spirit, which is a 4-star monster with 1,700 attack, 1,000 defense, with a special effect, or with an effect of, this monster can only be special summoned by removing one Earth monster in your grave from play. Increase the attack of this monster by 300 points during your opponent's battle phase. And the Penguin Soldier, which is a 2-star monster with 750 attack, 500 defense, with a flip effect of, you return up to 2 monster cards from the field to the owner's hand. So let's go with Zombra. I'm going to try to get rid of this Gemini Elf if we can. I don't know if we're going to be able to with those 2 cards face down, but we will try. Looks like we could. Maybe Call of the Haunted then. Obviously, Zombra goes back down to 1900 then. I'm surprised one of those cards wasn't useful to Mr. Wheeler to activate. Still don't know what deck this is that we're dealing with either. Rock Spirit. So this makes me think it's the beatdown deck. The Slate Warrior beatdown deck. I think it might be because there's a Giant Germ. A Giant Germ could also, but no, Rock Spirit isn't in the Tomb deck, so it has to be the Fiend deck. So, okay. So what did he do? He did activate the Tribute to the Doom, one of my all-time favorite cards. Did help me win a tournament once. Discard 1 card from your hand to the grave to destroy a monster card on the field, regardless of position. And he got rid of a Giant Germ to do so, which is a 2-star monster with 1,000 attack, 100 defense, with an effect of when this card is sent to the grave at a result of battle, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. You can also take cards of the same name from your deck and special summon them on the field and face up a tap position. The deck is then shuffled. And we just drew our Goblin Attack Force, which is a 4-star monster, 2,300 attack, 0 defense. So again, over 1,900 attack, non-tributed monsters, negative effect. When this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. The position cannot be changed during your next turn. I do feel like I have to get rid of this Rock Spirit because I am worried that he's going to be able to tribute summon it if I don't. So we will go after it. It's going to raise up to 2,000 attack because of its effect. But Goblin Attack Force can still deal with that. 6,300 life points for us, 7,500 for us. Unfortunately, like I said, Goblin Attack Force does go into defense position, and we cannot change it this upcoming turn, but I think that was worth it. Okay, so it was Call of the Haunted. I was right in that guard. Tribute Summon? No. Oh, that sucks. That's very, very unfortunate. A 2,300 monster he just get on the field because he's copying Goblin Attack Force. And we're going to take all that damage too. Okay. So he did summon Copycat, which is a 1-star monster with 0 attack, 0 defense with effect of when this card is summoned, including special summon, it adopts the original attack defense of one of your opponent's monsters, which is why he was able to do that. And he also played the Call of the Haunted, which is that continuous trap card that select one monster from your graveyard and special summon it face up a tap position. When this card is destroyed or removed from the field, the Sun monster is destroyed. If the Sun monster is destroyed, this card is also destroyed. We got a time seal, so that's a trap card that your opponent skips the draw phase of his or her next turn. Yeah, I could get the Rock Spirit on the field and try to equip it with the Mask of Brutality. I have a feeling this is Mystical Space Typhoon now. So I don't think that's going to work. So instead, let's put a Time Seal down and let's put the Penguin Soldier down. That way I can return Copycat to his hand and then he'll have to resummon it, but it won't have 2300 attack. I think that's the move because I'm very fearful that we're about to lose whatever our Mask of Brutality. It could be Magic Jammer too, so that would be bad. So unfortunately, we do lose the Penguin Soldier, but he's going to also have to bring back his Rock Spirit with a special summon, which we like to see. Is that just Copycat in defense mode with no... Can't be, right? He wouldn't just do that, would he? Well, we did get a Harpy's Feather Duster. It's a magic card, destroys all your opponent's spell and trap cards on the field. This must be Magic Jammer, like I'm pretty sure. So we'll just let it go. I'll get the Island Turtle on the field and attack. And I guess I'll bring the Rock Spirit into play now. And let's see if this works. It's Magic Arm Shield. Okay, that also makes sense. It's good to get rid of it and make it get activated. I'm not too sad about that. So Magic Arm Shield is a trap card that you can activate this card when your opponent announces an attack. Select one of your opponent's face-up monster cards on the field and designate the attack of the target. Okay, at least we got rid of it. I could have Harpy Feather Dustered that, but... I think we're okay. Okay, there's the Copycat. So you'll copy my Rock Spirit and get the 1700. So this isn't Copycat face down. That's cool. Still don't know what that is, though, face down. Very curious, too. Got our own Copycat. Obviously, we can't use it because it's original attack of the monster, and that doesn't count. So let's put the Big Shield Gardna down in defense mode then. We'll try to get that hit with the life point damage to him there. And I'll use the Rock Spirit to hopefully get rid of whatever this is. It's an Earthbound Spirit, so 4-star monster, 500 attack, 2000 defense. Definitely not breaking through that with the Rock Spirit on its own. Looks like we will have to be using the Mask of Brutality at some point. Well, you're going to get hit too, and that's actually good because we're not going to lose the Big Shield Gardna when it goes into attack mode. I can shift it back to defense mode. Another card face down too. Okay, got Geofried the Iron Knight, 4-star monster, 1800 attack, 600 defense with an effect of any equipped card. Any equipped card this card is equipped with is automatically destroyed. Let's get Geofried on the field. I will switch the Big Shield Gardna to defense mode. And we'll use Geofried to get rid of the Copycat. And then hopefully we can use the Rock Spirit to get rid of whatever this is. Actually, you know what? I am going to activate the Time Seal now too, because I want him to stop playing monsters so I can focus on putting the Mask of Brutality into play. There's no point in putting the Mask of Brutality in play just yet. Giant Germ, so he's going to at least get one more on the field, I think. We unfortunately will lose that 500 life point damage, yeah. No tribute on his side, though, yet, so that's good. Might be speaking too early, and it's about to happen just now when he has one, but we aren't allowing him to draw, so that's at least good. Okay, no, good, perfect. So I think this does give me an opportunity. Oh, I don't even need to use Mask Brutality. We got another Zombra the Dark, which is perfect with the 2100 attack to break through the Earthbound Spirit. So we'll summon Zombra. We'll use that Earthbound Spirit. And that'll bring Zombra down to 19. And then a Rock Spirit to go after the Giant Germ. We'll take that 500 point damage, unfortunately. And Geofried the Iron Knight for some big damage.
Not too shabby, but you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
Okay. Perfect. 4,100 for him, 2,700 for us. We are a little bit on the low side, but I think we're in a good spot. Ooh. Dark Necrofear is coming out. That is definitely unfortunate. And another Rock Spirit. And he could also play a monster if he wanted to, so... Okay. It is what it is. We'll have to get rid of that Dark Necrofear. And a card face down as well. Okay. That's okay, though. We can deal with this. So he did get Dark Necrofear, which is an 8-star monster. It's a 2200 attack, 2800 defense with an effect that this card can only be special summoned by removing 3 Fiend-type monsters in your grave from play. When this card is destroyed in battle by your opponent's card effect, it is treated as an equip spell card at the end of the turn. Equip one of your opponent's monsters with this card. As long as it is equipped with this card, you control the equipped monster. So it's only if it's destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So I can destroy it in battle. So let's get Copycat on the field now, finally. And we will copy the Dark Necrofear. And unfortunately, it doesn't make sense, I think, to go Mask of Brutality just yet, because this is going to go up to 2,000, and I can't deal with 2,000. So let's just... no, I could actually go put the Mask of Brutality on something else, right? And make the sacrifice with the Copycat. Nah, I think we'll hold on that. So I could play ultra aggressive and lose some resources, but I don't think it's worth it. I'll just use the Copycat to get rid of this Rock Spirit for now. Let Dark Necrofear stay in attack mode, because I want him to get rid of one of my monsters this upcoming turn, and then I can destroy it the following turn. Okay, Gem and Elf coming on the field. Luckily, we only lose one of our monsters. It looks like Zombra. But it's a similar situation here where I can't get rid of both just yet. We got another Island Turtle. I'll throw that Island Turtle down. I don't want to waste the Harpy's Feather Duster right yet either. If I can click the button properly. It keeps... There we go. Okay. And we will use the Copycat to get rid of this Gem and Elf. Unfortunately, I'll lose the 200 life points. I want to keep Dark Necrofear in attack mode, so I can at least get some damage. 3,600 for us, 2,000 for him. 3,600 for him, 2,000 for us. Excuse me. Just hoping he's not going to get a really strong monster here. Perfect. Okay, sorry, Rock Spirit, but you served your purpose. Monster face down, though. Wonder what that could be. We did get the Magical Cylinders, so that's a really good trap card. Negate the attack of one of your opponent's monsters and inflict direct damage equal to the attacking monster's attack to your opponent's life points. Let's activate that Mask of Brutality now. This might be Magic Jammer, so it might not work, to be honest with you, but we'll try. Okay. It's Mystical Space Typhoon. That counter magic card, destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So that also makes sense. We'll put the Magical Cylinders down. I'm going to keep the Dark Necrofear around, though, to use Magical Cylinders against it. We'll make our play next turn. We'll get rid of that Earthbound Spirit with Copycat, and we'll go from there. I think this is the right move. It should allow us to win this upcoming turn, assuming nothing bad happens right here. So perfect. You're going after my Island Turtle, but there's the Magical Cylinders. Okay, 1,400 for him now. He is playing a card face down, but like I said, we have the Harpy's Feather Duster, and I think we will definitely get the win. And we even got Change of Heart, so another staple to Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Select and control one of your opposing monsters regardless of position on the field until your turn. I was gonna just tribute to the Doomed whatever we got, but that's even better. We'll use Harpy's Feather Duster just in case this is Magical Cylinders. It was Magic Arm Shield, so that could have played a factor depending on what we did as well, but we're set here. We'll use Change of Heart. We'll take his Dark Necrofear, and as I always say, if you do have an opportunity to finish off your opponent with his or her own monster, you take it. So Dark Necrofear for the win. All right. That was a pretty good game one. I think we could have lost, honestly, but Copycat coming in clutch there, and that Dark Necrofear was definitely a little scary, but we worked around it. So let's see if we can go into game two and have just as much skill and luck.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap.
Okay, so he's playing one card face down, as well as playing the Witch of the Black Forest, which is a 4-star monster with 1,100 attack, 1,200 defense. With an effect of when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, remove one monster with a defense of 1,500 less from your deck to your hand. Your deck's then shuffled. What do we have? We have our own Call of the Haunted. We have the Dimensional Warrior, which is a 4-star monster with 1,200 attack and 1,000 defense. With an effect of when this card attacks or is attacked, both this card and the opposing monster are removed from play and cannot return during the current duel. Monster Reborn, another staple of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Select one monster card from either your opponent's or your own graveyard and place it on the field under your control in attack or defense position. Face up, it's considered a special summon. Copycat again, Mystical Space Typhoon on our side this time. And the Mirror Wall, which is a continuous trap card that decreases the attack of all your opponent's attacking monsters by half. You must pay 2,000 life points during each of your standby phases. If you not, this card is destroyed. So... this is a little tough because our two monsters, really, I don't want to use either one of them. I guess I could always bring back the Copycat. So, yeah, we'll summon Copycat. It's going to stink to have to copy Witch of the Black Forest just to then finish them all off. But we'll put Call of the Haunted down. We'll put the Mirror Force down as well. And we'll make the trade. I can always bring it back with Call of the Haunted. So what are you taking? He's taking his own. Actually, that would be a good way to do it because we can copy the Goblin Attack Force at 2,300 attack. So we saw Goblin Attack Force in the first game. Let's see if he actually summons it. He might see, oh look, you have free life point damage. Let's go for it. There's the Goblin Attack Force, and he is attacking. Perfect. So we will use Call of the Haunted. We will take back our Copycat, and then we get to activate it again.
What? Can't be.
And we'll copy a 2,300 attack monster. You really can't complain about that.
I end my turn.
Okay, got the Morphing Jar number 2. It's a 3-star monster with 800 attack, 700 defense with a flip effect of return all monster cards on the field to their respective decks and shuffle them. You and your opponent then pick up cards until you both have the same number of monster cards level 4 or lower that were returned to each deck. Special summon the monsters in the field in face down defense position. Any other cards picked up are discarded to the graveyard. I'm going to make the sacrifice with the Dimensional Warrior. So we'll summon the Dimensional Warrior in attack mode. Stinks that I'm going to have to lose the Dimensional Warrior, but we'll never see his Goblin Attack Force again in this duel.
Take this.
Oh, that's big. Good play. Good play. And I can't stop it, can I? Very, very, very good play. I'm going to lose both of my monsters now. Yeah, I should have used Mystical Space Typhoon to get rid of that, but I wasn't thinking about it. So, that was a big mistake on my end. So, Magic Arm Shield again. Now I'm wide open for an attack. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, yep. We go on, we move on. Definitely should have used the Mystical Space Typhoon to prevent that from happening. My plan would have worked, but losing both of my monsters, really, really unfortunate. So we'll eat these 3,300 attack points and try to reset this upcoming turn. So he's still having a flawless game. He's playing it very, very well. 8,000 attack. I'd love to get rid of this Goblin Attack Force. Hopefully I don't have to use Morphing Jar number 2 right yet, but we'll see. Okay, we did get the Gemini Elf, so we'll summon that Gemini Elf in attack mode. And I am going to go after the Goblin Attack Force because, again, I don't want it to come back and be in attack mode and get rid of our Gemini Elf. I hope he can't resummon it to the field, but if he does, we do have the Mirror Wall. So let's see if we can actually start dealing some damage here this upcoming turn. Rock Spirit's coming onto the field, okay.
Activate my spell card.
Tribute to the Doomed. So he is getting rid of an Earthbound Spirit to do it. I unfortunately cannot block that. So that's a 2,700. I could activate the Mirror Wall to lessen it. I think I have to, because I can't afford 2,700. That's just too much. So we'll activate the Mirror Wall, and we'll do half the damage, but then I have to get rid of the Mirror Wall this upcoming turn. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Waste of a Mirror Wall, to be honest. He is playing another card face down, but again, I just don't have a choice at this point. so we will not pay the 2,000 life points. I'm not going to use Mystical Space Typhoon right now either because my only option is the Morphing Jar. But we did get Offerings to the Doom, which is that counter magic card. Destroy one face-up monster, skip your next draw phase. We're just going to Morphing Jar the whole thing, so we don't really need to do that yet. We'll hold on to that card just in case we need it. Hopefully he doesn't have another Tribute to the Dooms. That would stink, but we're going to try to Morphing Jar number 2 here and see what happens. Okay, so Rock Spirit and Giant Germ go back to his deck. And he's going to hopefully get rid of some good... Yep, Happy Kunai Chain going away. Rock Spirit goes away. Change of Heart goes away. That's perfect. Premature Burial goes away. Keep going. And a Slate Warrior in defense mode. We got to get rid of that thing. We definitely got to get rid of that thing.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
That's not good. So Total Defense Shogun, 6-star monster, 1550 attack, 2500 defense with an effect of when this card is summoned, excluding special summon, it is placed on the field in defense position. This card can attack without being shifted to attack position. Damage results are still calculated normally. We were at least able to get rid of his Change of Heart, his Kunai with Chain. So that's a trap card that you can shift an opponent's monster in attack position to defense position. In addition, you can increase the attack of one of your own monsters by 500 points. As well as the Premature Burial, which is a magic card that you pay 800 life points, select one monster card from your graveyard, special summon on the field in face-up attack position, and equip with this card. When this card is destroyed, the monster is also destroyed. I do have to activate Monster Reborn because I need to get rid of the Slate Warrior. I'm wondering if one of these is Magic Jammer, though. So let's see. Let's activate that Mystical Space Typhoon. I guess we'll go after this one. Okay, it was just a scapegoat. I'm not happy with that hit, but it is what it is. That's that counter magic card that when this card is activated, you cannot summon any monster in the same turn, including flip summon and special summon. Place 4 sheep tokens, 0 attack, 0 defense monsters on the field. But the tokens cannot be used as a tribute summon. I do have to Monster Reborn because I can't let that Slate Warrior stick around. We'll take back our own Gemini Elf. Put it in attack mode. And we're going to go after this Slate Warrior. Should have went after the other card. What was it? Magical Cylinders. Okay. Again, nothing I can do. I just eat the damage. Gets me down to 350. And I do have to make the sacrifice now for the Gemini Elf because he can flip his Slate Warrior now. And it's going to gain 500 attack points. So it's going to be a monster to deal with once it's flipped. So I was really, really trying to get rid of it. But just failed. He's having a flawless game. We might not even get any damage on him, to be honest. That's going to be embarrassing, but it is what it is. He didn't flip it, though. Interesting. So Yami is a spell card that increases the attack and defense of all your Fiend and Spell-type monsters by 200 points. Also decrease the attack and defense of all Fairy-type monsters by 200 points. We got a Blast Sphere. Should I put it in attack mode and go on the offensive? I might have to. It's risky, though. Super risky. Don't know if I can make that risk. Might just need to put in defense mode. Well, Blast Sphere is a 4-star monster with 1400 attack, 1400 defense with an effect of when your opponent attacks this monster and face out in defense position, this card is treated as an equip card and is used to equip the attacking monster. Damage is not calculated. The equipped monster and this card are destroyed during your opponent's next standby phase. Your opponent then receives direct damage equal to the equipped monster's attack. With only 350 life points left, I feel like I can't go on the offensive. I have to play very defensively, so we'll flip that into defense mode. Luckily with Total Defense Shogun, it just goes into defense mode, so I don't need to worry about that. And we'll get rid of this Slate Warrior, but unfortunately I am going to lose the 500 attack and defense points on it. So yeah, that's going to bring Total Defense Shogun down to 1,050 and 2,000 defense because it's Slate Warrior. That's not good, but I had to get rid of that Slate Warrior. Didn't have much of a choice. No monster. Maybe I do have to go on the offensive here. Got Zombra the Dark. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to put the Blast Warrior in attack mode. I know that might not be the best move, but I need to start dealing damage. And at the very least, we don't have a flawless game for him. I'm not protected with anything. This is really not good. This is a counter magic card, though, so I might be able to destroy one monster on his side of the field on his turn. I'm not really sure how that works, Offerings to the Doomed. If it is, that'd make that card actually really good. Zombra obviously can't attack him directly, but he's at 5,500, 5,550. Copycats. And you're going with Zombra too. Well, we're gonna find out. Can I actually use Offering to the Doomed? No. Okay, so you can't be activated at any time. So that is a big loss for us. It really just came down to me using the Dimensional Warrior wrong and not using the Mystical Space Typhoon. I tried to make a big play, and I didn't think of all possibilities. So unfortunately, we go into game 3. Very poorly game 2 on my end. Let's see if we can pull it out in game 3. Gotta play better. That's really what it comes down to. Got Zombra the Dark again. Torrential Tribute's a really good trap card. You can activate this card when your monster is summoned, including Flip Summon and Special Summon. Destroy all monsters on the field. Got another Mystical Space Typhoon. Call the Haunted again. The Big Shield Garden again. And the Morphing Jar number 2 again. So let's put the Big Shield Garden on the field first, because at the very least, if you're going to attack it, hopefully you can't get 2 monsters on the field in one turn. And we can put it back into defense position after this turn. But we'll also put the Call of the Haunted down and the Torrential Tribute down. I hope that's not a mistake like he has Harpy's Feather Duster, but we'll see. Okay. Tribute to the Doom is not going to work, actually, because of Big Shield Gardener's effect. Love it. He did discard a Yami to do it. So thank God for Big Shield Gardener there. He's playing 3 cards face down. One of those has to be Fairy Box, right? Okay, we're going to summon the Gemini Elf in attack mode. And we're going to try to punch through. But again, I do think one of these is Fairy Box. Oh, Scapegoat. All right, I'm okay with that. Cool. Do it. It's not a big deal. We'll break through these sheep tokens as fast as we possibly can. All right, Kunai with Chain, perfect. You're wasting Kunai with Chain. You're going to have a token with 500 attack points. Sure, you're making a token at 500 attack points, and Gemini Elf will go in defense mode, but that's a waste of Kunai with Chain. I'm very, very happy with that. Not a problem. Sure, you're delaying me getting to your life points, but you wasted 2 big resources to do that. Another card face down. Okay. Got Kiko the Ghost Destroyer, which is a 4-star monster with 1,800 attack, 700 defense, with an effect of each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can remove up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard from play. In addition, as long as the card remains face up in the field, your opponent cannot remove any cards in your graveyard from play. This could be Magic Arm Shield, but I need to get it activated anyway. So I'm actually going to summon Kiko, and I'm going to put all 3 of my monsters in attack mode. I have a feeling I'm about to lose Big Shield Gardener, but I have to try to make that work. We'll use this Gemini Elf to get rid of this. Yeah, here it is. Gotta be Magic Arm Shield, right? Oh, there's the Fairy Box. Okay, so this is what we were worried about. Fairy Box is that continuous trap card. Each time a monster on your opponent's side of the field attacks, toss a coin and call heads or tails. If you call it right, the attacker monster's attack becomes 0 during the battle phase. Pay 500 life points during each of your standby phase. You cannot discard destroyed. This is what I was waiting for the Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm really hoping this is not Magic Jammer, but there's nothing we can do if it is. Perfect. Okay. No Magic Arm Shield either, so it looks like we could potentially get rid of at least 3 sheep tokens. Don't know what this could be then if it's not Magic Jammer or Magic Arm Shield, but Big Shield Garden to get one of them too. Again, I'm very much at risk with the Big Shield Gardener, but it's worth it, I think, to get rid of the tokens. Okay, here comes the Gemini Elf, so I will lose my Big Shield Gardener for sure now. And take a good amount of damage to my life points. Still think it was worth it, though, to get rid of the token. We can get rid of that Gemini Elf. It's not a big deal. So got another Zombra the Dark. We obviously will be summoning one of those Zombras to go after the Gemini Elf. And I'm going to actually use the Gemini Elf to get rid of the other sheep token so that I can use Kiko the Ghost Destroyer's effect and start removing monsters from play. So I'll take the trade. It's only a 100-point difference between Gemini Elf and Kiko for the damage I could have done, so I think it's worth the trade.
Not too shabby, but you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
Okay, so we're going to remove from play. We'll remove that Gemini Elf from play so you can't bring it back and hurt us. 6,000 life points for him, 6,200 for us. He only has one card too, so he's gonna have to make a big play here. It's not that. Okay, we got the Ichabod Draman, which is a spell card that a monster equipped with this card cannot attack. Destroy the equipped monster at the end of the second turn of the player controlling the monster. At that time, this card is returned to your owner's hand. That's what I like about this card, is it keeps coming back to your hand. I guess we'll summon the second Zombra, but unfortunately we can't use that because Zombra can't attack directly. But we'll get it on the field at least. And we'll use the Gemini Elf and Kiko to attack him directly.
But you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks. Not too shabby. But you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
Okay, 2,300 life points for him. We're looking pretty good. He's going to need to make a very, very big play this turn in order to stay in it. I don't know if he can. Okay, just a card in defense mode, which I don't really know what that could be to stop us. So, and we also have Tribute to the Doomed, but I don't think we need to do it. Yeah, let's just see. We will go with Zombra the Dark to try to break through whatever this is. It's just a giant germ, so looks like he will be able to protect himself for at least one more turn, but we'll take that 500-point hit. He'll get 2 more on the field. And we'll go with this Zombra to get one of those giant germs out of the way.
Man, that was close. Too close.
And we'll use Kiko to get rid of this giant germ, and then we should win with our Gemini Elf.
Whoa. Man, that was close. Too close.
Yeah, we'll remove from play. Doesn't really matter, I guess, right? But hey, get rid of them both. Probably actually should have attacked with the Gemini Elf first so that we didn't have to remove from play. Don't get the box there. But that's cool. We'll take that 500 hit, and that's a win. Looking for 3 new cards, but really want to see a Slate Warrior or a really good tribute monster like Jinzo. That would be ideal. Really, really want a Slate Warrior, though. It's such a good card. Let's see, though. I'll take 3 new cards, though. Definitely. Not getting that. Okay, 1 new card. The Mask of Weakness. I'm not sure actually even what that card is, so let's take a look at it. I don't think it's good, but have to get the cards, have to collect them all, so that doesn't matter. Win is a win, right? We'll take it. But that card, specifically, the Mask of Weakness. So it is a trap card that this card can only be activated in the battle phase. Select 1 attacking monster and increase the selected monster's attack by 700 points during the turn this card is activated. So it's a one-time use 700 decrease. Yeah, no. It's like Skull Dice almost, but just a little bit better. But anyway, let's take a look at the card list now. So we're at 64.2%, 225 out of 350 cards. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate if you did. It lets me know you're enjoying the content. And until the next episode, later.